everyone, and happy Monday, 9th of January, another planner page. Now, this page has had me slightly stumped, I have to say, because I have done a tutorial of every single flower or item for you already. And so I will try and put a link actually in the description. I think it might be a playlist of all of these. These are from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, by the way. So I didn't want to do each individual one again, as tempted as I was, because they are so pretty. So I thought I would just do something really different and show you something different to do with the page. And because they're quite small, it might be a little bit daunting. So this is sort of an easy, I think, easier. Right, I'm just going to put a piece of paper under there. I'm going to be using some pastels, soft pastels. I don't want to get them all over the desk. So what I thought I would do was do a background in soft pastels first, and then go over each item in pen. A little bit different. So I have my pastels, upside down pastels here. Let's just show you. Now I don't want to just do one colour over the whole background. I want to mix it up a little bit. But choosing what to do, it's not that straightforward. I think what I'm going to do, let's put that there and put that there. There we go. So I want to, as I say, I want to do a mix of colours, but I need ones that sort of go together reasonably well, that are going to work with the colour that I choose to put on top. I'm thinking, I've grabbed some pens to do my sort of top bit, and I'm thinking probably not those. Could do, but more likely these. I think maybe the metallic black might look quite good. It's not black, it's more of a dark grey. Silver or gold always can look quite good, or maybe just like, don't use very many of these pink and purples or blues, so it could be that I'd go for those, either the glitter or the metallic. But if I'm using purple or blues or pinks, I need something that matches. So let's have a look. We've got a big range of colours here, so we can choose anything really. Now, let's think, if we're going to do, let's do purple. Let's make a decision. We need to make a decision. So let's do purple items in metallic. Let's just scribble our purple metallic so we can see what it looks like, how dark it is for a start. So I've got a rough bit of paper here. Just got my so there is the purple metallic. It's actually not that dark, and I want that to stand out the most, to look like these are silhouetted in a dark purple. So I need light colours, so that's helped me. So I'm going to start with this pink here, this light pink. If you look on the spongy thing, it's quite light. Now normally I don't like touching the page because I get greasy fingerprints on it, so I'm just going to grab another one of these. Now these look nasty, but they are makeup sponges that I wash so that I can reuse them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do patches of pink across the page in various areas. Now you can do this in pencil, but it's so much quicker and easier in soft pastels that if you've got them, use them. You could also do it in distress ink if you have distress inks, or watercolour as well, because although this paper isn't watercolour paper, it's if you're not using the planner on the back, it doesn't matter if it warps a bit, So there are a few areas of pink. Now I'm going to do a few areas of blue. Here's my blue. It's really dirty. Just going to turn it over so we get a cleaner side. It's quite a turquoisey blue, but I think it'll work. And again, just patching, doing patches of blue like this in various areas. Now it doesn't matter if your patches overlap. We want them to mix together. So you can make them various sizes. really matters not. What we want is something that just forms a colour that we can see that's going to work with our pen. It's that straightforward. Now these are quite faint, you can see that. I purposely picking quite light colours. With my purple though, that one is really pale. I'm going to go for this one. You can do it a bit darker. You might want to choose a different colour pen for your flowers if you do. You know, it's all very personal, doesn't matter. You might want to go for a completely different colour scheme anyway. So, you know, as I say, it's very personal. Just do what you want, really. Now, really, we just want to get some colour down. You might have to press quite hard. This one's a bit dark, isn't it, compared to the pink and blue? But I think it's okay. Now with pastels, you don't have to blend them in the same way like using a blending pencil like you would with a pencil. You just use your sponge and just keep layering it on. I'm going to go back to some pink. This bit's really small. I want to make it a bigger patch and blend it into that purple. So I just extend it and just go over both colours. Like that. And it's just a lot quicker and easier than doing it in pencil. But it looks very different. So it depends what sort of effect you're after. We've got a little scratchy bit there, you know. So yeah, it's very much up to you. It makes everything wobble on my desk. Probably on my body too, wibble wobble. Perhaps it's a bit of a workout. I don't know. Now, I always get questions about fixatives when I'm using pastels. I have some fixatives. I sometimes use them, I sometimes don't. In the summer, I use fixatives a lot. I go outside and I spray them outside. In the winter, not so much. The ones I've got smell. I've got a non-smelly one, which I bought, which still smells. So it doesn't smell as badly, but it still isn't pleasant. So I don't use them inside. So I don't use them in the winter. So I just manage without. They do smudge onto the page, the facing page in the planner. It really matters not. I don't use the facing page at all. So my facing page is actually usually quite messy because I don't tend to put paper behind or anything. So I don't mind. But in more conventional colouring books, double-sided books, you do need to be more careful. I want a bit more pink. To sort of protect the page. But pastel does erase. So if it smudges onto the next page, you can just gently erase it with just a normal soft eraser. I haven't got one in here. I use like a Staedtler, is it a Mars plastic or something it's called? Now there is a background. It's quite pale. There's not much up here. I'm just going to add to that actually while I talk to you. You can keep layering and layering, and although we've picked pale colours, just like pencil, the more you layer them up, the more they show up. So you can keep going with it. It's just completely up to you how dark you want it to look, really. I don't want it really dark. Now when you're doing a silhouette-y colouring like this is going to be, oops, it's worth being aware. I'm going to make that do. You can do it much darker if you want to. You need to be aware that sometimes the shapes don't lend themselves well to being a silhouette. Johanna's are usually very good, to be honest. Right, let's put that there. I'll find out the pen. Oh, I've left it out. That's lucky. So here we are. This is a metallic. Yes, so sorry, some items don't lend themselves well to a silhouette. Just look at them and imagine those shapes coloured over, so you won't see Johanna's black markings, and I think it will be absolutely fine. You'll be able to identify what the items are. Sometimes if items are overlapping, it's rather more difficult, so it's worth bearing in mind that if you're trying to do something like this, if the shapes don't lend themselves well to being silhouetted, then you might want to use more of a clear pen, maybe some stickles or something like that, so that you've got a bit of colour but you can still see the lines through. This one might do that, I don't know. Oh, I need to let's go in closer for you so we can show you. It's very easy. I'm sure you know how to colour an item with a pen, but anyway, we'll come in and close anyway because it's nice for you to see what I'm doing. So there we go. So I'm leaning on this. Lean on something. I'm actually going to be better off leaning on this piece of paper. Because or else you'll end up with pastel smudged all over your hand and arm, sleeve, everything, and splodge it everywhere. So you want to avoid that. Now what I find with pen colouring is that I'm messy. I tend to leave white gaps, and particularly when I'm on camera, because my light setup is such that it just reflects and I can't really see areas that I've missed. But I do the best I can. I'm not the best pen colourist. I don't know if that's the right term, but penner, no. Markerer, no. So you can see, because of the leaves, we've got what looks like a flower here and a bit of a weird looking bit here. So you might not like that as a silhouette. If you don't, then think about using a pen that you can see through. So as I say, something like stickles, where it's just glitter, although I don't know if some of them are more coloured than others. You can try it out on a piece of paper. The Sakura clear shiny marker you could just use, and then you'll just get a sparkle over it. What else could you use? Certainly not a Posca, that's acrylic paint. That's by no means see-through. See, that one works okay. So it just depends what you're colouring. But you could also, of course, use different colours. You have to colour it all the same colour like I am. I'm just being really lazy. You could do your stems and leaves in a different colour to your petals and flower centres and things like that, and then you would be able to see the what's going on a bit better. So it's really just up to you. But this is such a quick and easy way. Now I find these Sakura pens are really free-flowing, and so it helps you colour much more quickly. I've got I don't know what the nib size is on these. I'm just looking. I don't think it says. I reckon it's an 8 or maybe even a 10. I have got a black Sakura pen which I was using the other day for a similar exercise. I did a background, actually a sunset background in pencil. It'll be in my completed pages video. I think I'm going to post it's going to come up on my Facebook page actually at some point as well, because I took some photos of it. And so I did a pencil sunset scene and then did a blacked out the some of the details so it was silhouetted, and I used a Sakura 06 black pen, and it was a bit too fine. Although I was in Miniature Enchanted Forest, which obviously needs a fine pen, it's a small book, but for some areas it was so fine you could see the sort of lines and streaky lines and where I had missed bits, and it took ages because it was such a small nib. So that's something worth bearing in mind. Oh, this ring is in my way. It's the only thing I dislike about these planners are the rings. I know some people like their books ring bound, but it's just not for me. We're all different in what we like. It's like people who like, another bugbear of mine is the pencil cases with the elastics. I know loads of people absolutely love them, put all their pencils in them, and I can absolutely see how they are so portable, and they take up a lot less room on your desk. You can just swip over the pages and the sections and look for things. That I think is brilliant. But getting them in and out, oh, maybe I've got fumble fingers, I don't know, but just not for me. We're only going to finish this top row, I think. I'm not sure you need me to talk on, but you don't need to watch me do this. It's not... There we go. You could vary it up. Now, because we've done our background in pink, purple and blue, maybe do the next row in a different colour. I'm wondering about doing that. I'm not sure. Will it work? Shall I do it? Shall I? How many rows have we got? Let's do that first. We've got, you can't see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So really we want, if we're going to do different colours, we might go purple, blue, pink, something, pink, blue, purple. Have I got enough different colours? Let me have a look. No. I could do silver, black. Yeah, let's do that. So this is my idea. So do this row purple, next one pink, next one blue, then black, then reverse it, so go blue, then pink, and then this purple last. That's, I'll do it, I know, I'll show you along a column. Let's do that so you can see my plan, and if you like it. How long have I been nattering for? Fair enough time. You see the whole page. There we go. Right, so I'm thinking, oh, don't put the paper over the wet pen. This one blue, so I'm going to grab the blue. This is number 536, but it doesn't really have to do exactly the identical pen. I haven't tested it to see if it matches with the background or anything. I'm just winging it, as I so often do. I just go for it. Takes confidence, I know. I know some people are, is this colour right? Is it gonna work? I'm like, oh, of course. I mean, I guess I'm in the really lucky position where I've got a lot of books. So if I mess it up, I've got another book I can do. I mean, I haven't got another planner, but I've got lots of other colouring books, I mean, so if it doesn't work, I'm not going to get too upset. There's a blue. This one's also going to be blue, isn't it? No, let me not jump ahead. I'm going to confuse myself. Let's get a pink next. For this next row, it's going to be all in pink. Oh, I like this leaf. It was such fun to colour this one. I think I did it in like earth green and pink. And now it's going in pink again. I think so. I can't remember though. Long time ago when I did this page, I think. Maybe in the summer? Not sure. Anyway, yes, thinking about summer. My boys are going to have such a long summer. I found out that they're going to be finishing their exams on the 26th of June. They really, really, really need a huge break though. And this is the black one. I don't think it's black. You'll see when I use it. This is 549. They need a break. I'm not going to do those tufty bits because they're fine. I'm going to just leave them so they show. If I go over them with a pen, I'll be a bit thick and awkward. So, and it's still such a long time to go until the summer. But still, I was trying to get them working this morning before college, get into the habit of not sitting there watching videos first thing in the morning and actually start engaging the brain. You can imagine how that went down with teenage boys. I think they tried it, so we'll see. Hopefully, if they get good results in their mocks, I'm going back to the pink, so I'm going to sort of reverse what I did. Oh, I love doing this one with little tiny bit of shading in each of these little blobs. Blobs? Leaves? Buds? I don't know. It's fun, but this is just very different. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping that they'll be able to sort of start doing little bits of work early, and then they won't need to cram so much nearer the exam. They'll be a little bit more calm. But the grades they need for uni are quite low compared to what they've been predicted, so hopefully all will be well. Gosh, it sounds like there's a flipping racing car out on the road. So loud. I wonder if someone's playing a computer game next door. That's what I can hear. Because I can keep it, I think it must be. Because my neighbour's unwell, he's off work, he's fine. He was outside chatting to another neighbour this morning. He's not that ill, but he's got to stay home. I think a lot of offices this winter are being quite strict on people not going in if they're ill. Right, and the purple for the last one. So he's off, and he's probably playing a computer game. I don't blame him. I think he was... I did see him yesterday in his garage. Oh, actually, I think I know. I think I know what it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it's fine. You probably can't hear it yourself. But anyway, it's quite odd because boys have gone off to college today, first day back, and I'm on my own. It's weird. It's quiet. I do like being on my own at times. I often think I don't know how I'm going to cope when my husband retires and I haven't got any me time. I mean, I could go out for a walk, but being home alone, there's something about it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to turn that up to the camera so you can see the shine because it's fun. And I'm going to finish it off on my own. I might film a few shorts where I colour them in, just for a bit of fun. But I won't. I won't do it all on video for you because it's a bit, you know, over the top. I'm going to run out of things to say. So is that possible? Maybe. So anyway, I'm going to go, and at the end you'll see a finished picture, and then you can decide whether it's something that you want to do or not. But as I say, I will include a link to my video of each one where I colour them all different colours, and I really enjoy colouring it that way. This feels a bit, I don't know, it doesn't feel as much fun to me, but I just wanted to come up with something a bit different. So there we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic Monday, and happy colouring.